So I'm recording this because last night I had I took my son to the pharmacy to pick up some medicine for my daughter. My son's 8 years old, and he was asking me why medicine was so expensive. And so I started to explain to him how the world works, sort of some lessons, some valuable things, right? And I told him, I said, you know, if I've been through this a lot. I think I've almost got life sort of figured out. Not the meaning of life or anything like that, but more so how the world works, maybe what are good things to do, not great things to do. And I told him, I said, if you listen to me, you'll probably do fairly well. It'll cut the learning curve a lot. So as I was thinking, I said, you know, how much of this stuff does he actually get? How much of my advice will he listen to? And so part of the reason I'm going to start this channel is so I can explain that stuff to him. Maybe he can have a diary or something, right? Where he can look back and say, oh, you know, what did Dad have to say about that? So basically every day in the pocket of my life, the 7-10 minutes that it takes me to drive to my office, to and from work, I'm just going to record a video about a topic that I would just pass advice on to my son, or my daughter for that matter, or anybody. So I figured that it could be useful. So today, do kids listen? Yeah, they do. If you think back about your life, you can think of the little nuggets that you picked up from either your parents, loved ones, family, friends, older people, right, in your life. One of the biggest nuggets I remember, my mom just pounded it into us, was if you're going to do something, do it well. Doesn't matter if you're flipping burgers at Burger King, do it well. And that's always stuck with me, and it leads on to other things, right? Just don't be lazy, make good decisions, all that sort of stuff. So I think, yes, kids do listen. I think at different times in their life as they grow up, they listen more than other times. But the other important thing to that is that they should, at different points in their life, they're ready to receive different information. So us as parents, we have this sort of like, we got to hit a bullet with another bullet while it's moving, you know, something, whatever they say with that. So anyway, so that's our challenge as parents. But I think if we can do that they will listen. And the other thing is also setting a positive example. I know everybody says that, but my kids, literally, my son in particular, does exactly the same thing as I do. You know, if I want to just lay around the house, he wants to lay around the house. If I go outside, he wants to come outside. So also, like, doing these things, right? Taking other people's advice and telling them, hey, you know, so-and-so told me this, and I think it was pretty good advice, so I'm going to follow it, right? I think that allows them to be more open to taking advice, especially from your dad or your mom or whoever. And, you know, other thing I worry about too with like a kid or any kids, right, is who they actually do take advice from. Like, I'd much rather it come from me than somebody that I think's an idiot. If somebody's an idiot, like, I don't want them giving my kid advice, you know? So I think moral of the story is really just to continue to give your kids advice over a period of time, and hopefully that the stuff will stick. I think I'm still looking for this, and maybe I'll find it on this vlog series, right? Of like what the actual journey will be. What are the 5 nuggets I think are the most important to teach your children, that they become successful adults. This is the thing. Our kids, the goal with our children is to raise them to be contributing members of society. So that's one thing, right? That's like the goal overall, right? But how we do that, or what they end up doing to become a contributing member of society. So anyway, that's it for the first video. I want to keep these sort of short, but should get a lot of content every day. I go to work 5 days a week. So thanks. Like and subscribe if you want more of these videos.